Once again, the mob vote is back, and it goes against Mojang's guiding principles towards how the game is supposed to be designed. We've got a bunch of options that all seem really awesome. There's no detriments or reasons to dislike any of the mobs, and as such, everybody just wants all of them or has no issues with the other ones being added. So really, it's a decision about what features should we tell Mojang just not to work on that we're excited about, which is really disappointing. And all three of these options are great. We've got, to start it off, a crab that has a claw that allows people to place blocks further, which seems really useful in survival Minecraft for building, which I know a lot of YouTubers or people would really like. Scaffolding's great, and it is similar, but honestly, this item seems also really useful. Secondly, we've got the penguin. Penguin helps your boat move faster, which is great for exploration. It's great for if you get lucky in a speed run. It's great for a whole bunch of different kind of play styles, and it's essentially just a different kind of dolphin. So yet another feature that people would like and would be sad not to see. And then lastly, we've got the Armadillo, which adds a single-use item that is intended for something that people have been asking for since 2013 when horse armor was first introduced. And instead of just adding the ability to craft it using leather or iron or any of the other materials that we've got, we get yet another single-use item, which kind of brings us into the design feature aspect of this that Mojang themselves claim to stand by. Stuff like items should be multi-purpose. Like something that has been a problem for forever. Inventory issues suck. I mean, people have been figuring out how to build massive lag machines with insane amounts of entities just to store all of the different items that you need in these days for all of the builds that you want to do. Otherwise, you're manually sorting through a bunch of different chests. So let's add another single-use one that is going to have to be organized just the same. It's just not great, and it feels so anti-game design for something that Mojang themselves claims to utilize. They also have the idea that poisonous potatoes don't have a use, and there's a reason behind that. It's a element of the world that could really be there to kind of like supposedly nerf the farming and automation of potatoes, which I don't get, but it also gives the idea that, hey, this is a world, certain things aren't going to be useful, and that's fine. And if that were the case and these mobs were just being added to the game and we were voting for which mob we would like to kind of wander around the world, that would be great. I'd love that. I'd love to kind of go, yeah, I'm not going to be hurt by crab not being there, but I really would like an armadillo in the Badlands. I'd really like a penguin on the stony shores. Those things would be cool without the features, but now we're really deciding what features do we want. That's basically what it boils down to. Which feature is more important to you? And we're not given the chance to, oh, the others will be added in the next update and this one will be sped up to be given to us early. It's the other two are gone. If you want this one feature mostly, this is the feature that's going to be added. Everything else is going to be gone, which is really sad. And then on top of that, we also get the fact that there's been several instances where there has been almost a suggestion that there's more to what these mobs can do. Hidden features, hidden ideas, such as the torch flower from the Sniffer. People thought that it was going to be another light source, a flower light source, which is incredibly useful. It's in the name, torch flower. Torches have been in the game since the beginning of Minecraft. And instead, we just got a bunch of items that were given to us at exactly face value. Hell, there was leaks of a third flower that the snippers could find that went on the side of blocks that wasn't implemented. So now we've just got 2 more flowers to add to the, 13 other flowers that are already in the game. And yes, they look different and they look really cool. And they're 2 high flowers, which there's only 3 others of. But it, once again, let people down. Same thing came from the idea that the glow squid could potentially mind control other mobs and potentially even the player for a short amount of time from the video that they put out. And people were super excited about this idea because it was so new and innovative, and it seemed like they were hinting at it. So we were excited about all these possibilities, which is the imagination and the inspiration that players are looking for, and Mojang has prided itself in when it comes to these game design principles. And instead, we're just kind of left wanting. Lastly, we've got new features needing to be respectful of the existing ones. And all 3 of these new mobs don't do that. We've got the a whole bunch of different ways of getting to places that are difficult to get to. There's a whole bunch of different ways of working around building. There's already the dolphin speed buff that could be potentially added to the boats through a different method so that the dolphins do the same thing that the penguins are trying to do. Potentially we craft a boat with an item from an ocean monument, or all of those Heart of the Seas that once you created like 2 conduits, do you even need a third one? It's features like these that, or items like these that need those additional features because really they've only got one. Instead, we're just left wanting the features and being sad at the ones being left behind. The mob vote has so many possibilities. Like, the idea behind the mob vote is great. And I absolutely love the interaction and the thoughts that Mojang takes the community and implements their wants and desires into the game. The mob vote is a good implementation of that. The biome vote, where they said all of these biomes are going to be added eventually, you're voting on which you want first, is great. And I loved that idea. If they brought that to the mob vote as well, where they said these mobs are all going to be added to the game, but instead of right away, we are only able to get one out at a time. Pick which one you want first. And you'll see the other 2 fleshed out with potentially more options in the next update following this one. People would be ecstatic because it becomes a decision of, is there something more that I'd prefer later from the mobs that I'm not voting for, as well as an idea of, can I wait for this feature or do I want this now? And that's a really cool idea for a vote. That gives reason to actually asking for people's opinions on this stuff. Rather than saying, here's 3 things you want, pick between them. It it just seems so against what Minecraft has been designed to be. And it makes me, and I know a lot of other people, quite sad about what Mojang has access to. So I don't know. I'm ranting. This is, once again, we've got more features that Mojang is putting out that just disappoint me, and I'm hoping we'll see what we're looking for. Honestly, I hope the Armadillo wins because I would like to see a feature that we've been looking for since 2013. But I really wish we had the other two as well. Anyways, see you later. Bye.